Equivalent ratio word problems. Mrs. Silva orders 5 pizzas for every 20 students who help with campus cleanup. How many pizzas should she order if 36 students help? How many pizzas should she order if 48 students help? And we're going to show our work. In this word problem, we actually have to answer 2 questions. That's why I've split my page into 2 boxes. In our first box, we will answer the question, how many pizzas will we need if we have 36 students? But first, we need to look at the ratio they gave us. Finding that for every, our ratio language here, that gives us our original ratio. So we have 5 pizzas for every 20 students. I'm going to use this ratio to help us solve the problem. And I'm going to set up my ratio as a fraction so that we can use equivalent ratios and cross multiply divide to help us solve. When they give us numbers that are labeled with words, for example, in word problems or anytime they give us context, always make sure you label your numbers. You want to make sure your numbers are labeled. That way you put the numbers in the right spots. So right now we have 5 pizzas for every 20 students. We're going to set up our proportion. In this box, we said we were solving to figure out how many pizzas we were going to need for 36 students. Well, here we have pizza on top and students on the bottom. So 36 students are going to be on the bottom. So we have 20 students, but we want to know for 36 students. So I'm going to put 36 on the bottom because we want to know for more students. So we need to figure out how many pizzas. So now that we have our proportion set up, we can cross multiply, divide. When we go this way, we get 20x. When we go this way, we get 180. So we got cross multiply, it's time for divide. So our x equals 9. So what that means is if there are 36 students helping clean up, this teacher is going to need to order 9 pizzas. Now let's figure out if 48 students were helping. We're going to use the same pizza to students ratio as we did in the first place here. So we're going to start the same way because that's our original ratio, 5 pizzas for every 20 students. But this time, we need to figure out for 48 students. So I'm going to put the 48 on the bottom with the students, and we're going to figure out how many pizzas we need to order. So it's time to cross multiply, divide. So when we cross multiply, we get 20x equals 240. Now it's time for divide. So our x equals 12. So what that means is if 48 students help with cleanup, she needs to order 12 pizzas.